very night in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until its ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. Great for toddlers to have this art space.
What's Penny's Park space?
Right, there was this architect in the 70s, Nichols, who said like in play, loose parts and materials that can be moved, carried, combined and redesigned and taken apart and put back together in multiple ways. They don't have any specific directions and can be used alone or combined with other materials. So like just like free play.
They can just
Do what they want
do
really.
what they want. Bring in like twigs and pine cones.
Just trying to bring your own creativity into it.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, don't you think that'd be great for kids like 3-year-olds to just run and make a game and jump through it?
Like that.
Yeah, like just like that.
When I was at preschool last week, all the kids were having this jumping competition on the mat in the middle.
Yeah.
And after they'd all jumped, they came over to me and asked me if I wanted to join in with them and have a go.
Okay.
That's well cool because then you're not like jumping in.
No,
Yeah.
You're not like taking over, they've asked you to join
Yeah,
in.
they
it's
came
like
to me.
open-
Being outside just gives the children the freedom and the resources to kind of climb and explore, which really helps their gross motor skills.
Able to like climb trees outside, it gives them the ability to manage their own risks, which is an important part of play because if they can, and their personal development, if they can find a way up the tree, they're more than likely going to be able to find their way back down.
Exactly.
Which, you know, they need to learn from their own risks.
Problem solving, isn't it, as well?
Yeah,
Helps
no
in the
need for a
future.
cotton wool.
Exactly.
Yeah. I found a den.
Oh no, this is actually really cool.
There's like a seat and everything, and a fire.
This would be great for like all the kids coming together and like having a story time.
Do you know
like,
what? Kids
reading
built
the book.
this. Kids built this. Do you know how you can tell?
It's little.
It's this as well.
Yeah.
Like the fact that instead of a fire, they've put little. I'm not saying like young kids made it, but this weren't adults.
No.
No.
This was definitely a
Oh my god, they came
kids'
prepared.
activities. There's like wire.
That's actually string. Like they've used actual like
Yeah.
it's like fishing wire, that is, isn't
Yeah.
it?
No,
This would be great to like read the story before the play, so that at least it's linked.
they're like in the location of
Oh my
where
God,
the wild things
You're
are.
starting in his room,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it gets
Bigger.
viney.
And then as they
bigger.
go out, it grows and
Yeah.
it grows
It grows.
and grows.
This is brilliant. I love this. You find some brilliant stuff when you come in the forest.
Yeah.
It's the sort of stuff you don't get when you're inside all the time.
No.
I love it.
Children definitely need this experience of the outdoor area.
Yeah, 100%. There's so much you can do in here as well. This can be so many things to them.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like a house. This could be a castle or a
Yeah.
cave or a den or
Yeah.
a witch's hut or
It can be whatever the children want it to be.
You know, brilliant. It's like playing with a cardboard box, isn't it? It's whatever
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
whatever you
whatever
feel
they
like
want.
it is at the time.
Yeah.
And it's big
it's
enough.
never a cardboard box either.
No, exactly.
No.
It's big enough that you can have different groups of kids in here. So like 2 or 3 kids might be playing, oh, this is like a castle. And like it's big enough that you can have another group of kids that are playing, it's like, oh, witch's hut or something.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't restrict them like it does inside.
No.
No, like where
this.
they've got like set areas.
Yeah.
Like there's like a role play area and it can be like it'd be like set up as a certain thing like a
Yeah.
takeaway or
Yeah.
an office.
It's really
Yeah.
hard to set it up as something neutral when you're inside.
Whereas when you're outside and there are literally no limits whatsoever,
Exactly, yeah.
their
Yeah.
play is limitless as well.
Yeah.
What a find.
Well done,
great.
Jen.
Thanks.
Well done, Jenna. This den is awesome because it covers 3 of Piaget's stages of play.
Yeah, well, it covers the first one, functional play, because obviously they're gathering the materials and manipulating them into ways where they can build the den and stack, like the twigs are all stacked and the rocks at
Yeah.
the entrance and around the fire.
And then that like links to constructive play, because they're actually having to like build it. They're all the kids are going to be working towards the same goal of putting everything in the right place and turning it into a den that they can actually play in.
Yeah, then of course once it's built, it can link to symbolic and fantasy play, because within the den there's multiple areas where they can kind of just take the play where they want it and use role play as part of it.
Yeah, because like when you said when we first found it, like you've got that area there where they could be like playing like castles or witches and wizards, and then over here, and then like, and even like coming out of it, they'd be like playing like wild things like from the book.
Yeah.
It's just... I think it's really important for a practitioner to be warm and attentive so that the children feel like they can approach them and that the children themselves are appreciated while they're at their like nursery or preschool.
I think it's really important if they're like respectful of the children and let the children have their own ideas and kind of listen to them and not belittle the children.
That sort of like also like being responsive.
Yeah.
So that the children know that they have their own voice and that they're actually allowed to use it.
Yeah.
So rather than cutting them off, they let the children speak and say what they want to say.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's also like really important that they're genuine with the children as well, so they can build like trust. There's no like fake person. So if the children ever need anything, if they trust you, they will come straight to you. That's quite important as well.
I think like practitioners are like really underappreciated
Oh,
and not
definitely.
overlooked.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
in general, it's sort of like just kind of forget they're there.
Especially preschool age as well,
Yeah.
because they feel like it's just a babysitting service a lot of the time,
And it's way more.
it's shaping children for the
Yeah.
future.
Because they
Yeah.
shape them for going into like mainstream education.
Exactly, which is really important.
The foundation of everything.
Comes from preschool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
In Birth Between Manners, the children explore the world through their senses and through movement. So when they do like repeated like activities and being around people like repeatedly, it like there's something with the patterns in their brain. So through that, they'll engage in different gestures through play. Yeah. Like in turn, making them more creative and imaginative. Yeah. I found about the importance of play. Right. It looked at the importance of play in things such as problem solving, as in what we were doing in the trees. Yeah. Also, in terms of like play is important in building a child's confidence up and like different areas of development. Yeah, it's also important for what play is out there.
So I was reading in the UIFS, it said a lot about how children learn from the environments they're in. They learn to question them, they can see similarities, differences, and when they see like animals and trees and plants, they can distinguish between them from quite an early age. So I think it's important that they actually get out and see these things rather than sometimes being stuck in four walls.
Yeah, it's like those similarities that you said, like, you know, when we found the like, almost like trench that we jumped across,
Yeah,
and then you said that in the preschool you were in, they were doing the same thing but just across a map.
yeah.
Yeah. Rather than, so that's a similarity but in a completely different environment.
Yeah, it'd be nice for them to be able to do that outside as well and to see the differences, because jump across a map,
Isn't quite the same.
it's not quite the same as like them stumbling upon a ditch by being outside and them being able to figure that out for themselves and learn that maybe sometimes they can't jump it and some of them can.
And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are, till Max said be still and tame them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all.
And made him the king of all wild things. And now Max cried, let the rumpus start. back over a year, in and out of weeks and through a day.
And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot.